Hello crypto lovers! Today is March 10th, 2026, and the top crypto news is as follows. We will start today's episode from our political scene, and we will talk about crypto PACs, which have spent up to $8.6 million in the race in Illinois for the United States midterm elections. Specifically, we are talking about Forecaster, which is essentially an organization that has raised more than $193 million to help crypto-friendly politicians. So it is the crypto lobbies that we have in America that are spending a lot of money during this period against the United States midterm elections. Continuing, we will see how much money entered crypto last week, and we will see that the total inflows we had were $619 million. Of these, 521 entered Bitcoin, 88 entered Ethereum, and the rest were divided. Continuing on to those who are buying cryptocurrencies, we will obviously go to Strategy, which bought $1.3 billion worth of Bitcoin and has bought more than 738,000 BTC, while Bitmine is also buying Ethereum and has bought 60,976 Ethereum. With the same Mr. Tom Lee, president of Bitmine, he says that the mini cryptocurrency winter is almost over, as he believes that we are at the bottom, so we will only go up. Continuing, we will go to a coin for today, and we will go to Zcash, which has made 9% on the 24-hour chart, as we learn that they managed to raise $25 million. Specifically, Zcash Open Development reported on Monday that it had raised more than $25 million from various investors, including Andros Horizon, Coinbase Venture, and others. Let's say that, as we know, the Zcash team essentially left in January to create a new entity called ZODL to continue building the Zcash wallet. What happened at the time, as I've translated it, is that they essentially left Zcash to create a new entity because it was convenient for them, based on the rules that exist in the cryptocurrency world, to continue serving Zcash without affecting the decentralization that it has managed to achieve. Continuing, we'll go to our favorite cryptocurrency market, with Bitcoin sitting at $69,000, with the price reaching as high as $70,000, but we haven't been able to stay above our resistance for now. Something important that's happening with Bitcoin is that miners have managed to mine 20 million Bitcoins, and there's 1 million left. And besides Bitcoin and its price, which is very stable in our channel right now, we're going to go to oil, which has been around $120, $119.5, and it dropped sharply to $81. And I've heard that this was the biggest drop in its history, which I can't confirm because it's not a very good source. I just heard it. Now let's talk about the reasons why the price of oil dropped so much. Initially, the Financial Times reported that G7 finance ministers were planning an emergency call to discuss a possible coordinated release of 300 million to 400 million barrels from strategic oil reserves to calm markets after a sharp rise in crude oil prices due to war. The other reason is the war itself, as President Trump has come out and told us that the war in Iran is almost completely over. President Trump says that the US military is amazingly far ahead of the original time frame of 4 to 6 weeks. And in another statement, he says that the attacks on Iran will end soon. A reporter asked him this week, and he said no, but soon. I think soon, very soon. So the combination of the news that the G7 is going to release a lot of barrels of oil to meet demand, with the news that the war is almost over, and that translates into the Strait of Hormuz being opened so that oil can continue to flow into the global economy. I think that's what caused oil to fall so much. Also, from where it was at $67, it went up to $120. So it was a very big rally for an asset class, and it had to be corrected somehow. That wraps up the top news for crypto today, May 19th, 2023. I'd like to remind you that the content you just watched is created for educational purposes only and should not be considered as investment advice, but rather as investment opinion. Please subscribe to the channel, leave a like, and feel free to comment. Take care everyone and have a good day.